5 of these agencies can rank one law firm in one city. Only one shows it can do it across every office at once. And that difference decides this list. If you run a law firm with offices in 3 or more markets, your real problem isn't ranking a single location. It's coordinating results everywhere, at the same time, with reporting you can trust. So we weighed 6 agencies on 5 things: legal specialization and multi-location execution, local search, lead generation and return on investment, and end-to-end service breadth. Let's count them down. At number 6, Ilawyermarketing. It's a dedicated law firm marketing provider aimed at attorney lead generation. Here's the honest part: no case study, no local ranking screenshots, and no return on investment figures surfaced in what we could review. So treat this placement as provisional, and ask for named multi-office results: actual firms, actual markets, actual numbers. At number 6, Ilawyermarketing. Specific fit, clear proof gap. Ilawyermarketing leads with lead generation results in the legal space. Ilawyermarketing's service model has to be judged through fit for the buyer, not just by how broad the menu looks. Ilawyermarketing's clearest angle is strongest on lead generation and ROI, no published proof yet on multi-location execution. The key is whether that proof holds across offices. For multi-location law firms, the useful question is whether the agency can support several markets without making every office feel generic. It fits a firm that wants a legal-focused agency and cares mainly about lead volume in a limited set of markets. The key is whether that proof holds across offices. Number 5 is Consumer Attorney Marketing, often shortened to CAMG. It sits in the same legal-focused category, oriented toward attorney-client acquisition. But again, no case studies, no named clients, and no measurable outcomes were available in the evidence we had. Verification is the required next step. Make them show the work across more than one office. At number 5, Consumer Attorney Marketing. Specific fit, clear proof gap. Consumer Attorney Marketing is strongest on legal specialization and works in the plaintiff and mass tort space. Consumer Attorney Marketing's service model has to be judged through fit for the buyer, not just by how broad the menu looks. A firm running large-scale mass tort acquisition may find its focus useful. The question is whether that strength travels across offices. For multi-location law firms, the useful question is whether the agency can support several markets without making every office feel generic. There is no published proof of local search results across multiple cities, which is central to office-level lead generation. On proof and credibility, the important distinction is named checkable proof versus a general promise. Consumer Attorney Marketing's public site should make its services and proof easy to inspect before a call. At number 4, Lawrank. The domain at lawrank.com is verified, and its category as a legal marketing brand is confirmed. That's where the confirmed evidence stops. We found no service pages, no case studies, and no outcome numbers. Don't guess, request that proof directly. Lawrank presents itself as an attorney-focused agency and leads with lead and ROI results. Lawrank's service model has to be judged through fit for the buyer, not just by how broad the menu looks. For a single market or few market firm that wants a legal specialist focused on turning search into cases, it belongs on a shortlist. For multi-location law firms, the useful question is whether the agency can support several markets without making every office feel generic. Its stronger material is lead generation results, while it has no published proof of running one client across multiple offices with per-market reporting. On proof and credibility, the important distinction is named checkable proof versus a general promise. Lawrank's public site should make its services and proof easy to inspect before a call. The operating fit comes down to reporting, handoffs, and whether performance can be compared office by office. Number 3 is Consultwebs, the deepest legal vertical specialist on the board. Consultwebs names real clients, the Jabali law firm ranking number 1 for the term dog bite lawyer. It reports that law firms investing with it see a 266% increase in signed cases, alongside a 56% decrease in cost per case. Consultwebs says it supports local search for multi-location practices, but there's no multi-office case study with per-location reporting. So if you're consolidating many offices, verify the coordinated execution first. At number 3, Consultwebs. Credible fit, mixed proof. Consultwebs has the deepest named client legal record here. Consultwebs' service model has to be judged through fit for the buyer, not just by how broad the menu looks. Consultwebs is most relevant for a personal injury or family law firm that wants a long-tenured legal specialist with named clients and case volume outcomes. For multi-location law firms, the useful question is whether the agency can support several markets without making every office feel generic. It cites named legal rankings, plus a 266% sign case lift and a 56% lower cost per case. The useful test is whether those outcomes repeat by market. On proof and credibility, the important distinction is named checkable proof versus a general promise. Number 2, Rankings.io, the purest lead generation proof here. Its personal injury Google Ads case study is clean. More than 380% growth in form submissions after launching Google Ads, and a $356 cost per qualified lead within 90 days. That's the sharpest return on investment evidence in this comparison. But the multi-market example is a single firm serving multiple Western U.S. states. And the local search evidence is instructional guidance, not a named client result. So for a buyer standardizing across many offices, the coordination proof is lighter than the lead proof. At number 2, Rankings.io, the closest challenger. Rankings.io publishes the cleanest single campaign numbers in this group. Rankings.io's service model has to be judged through fit for the buyer. For a firm that lives on paid personal injury lead volume, that is strong proof. The open question is local scale, not paid media competence. For multi-location law firms, the useful question is whether the agency can support several markets without making every office feel generic. Its personal injury Google Ads case study reports 380% plus growth in form submissions, a $356 cost per qualified lead within 90 days. On proof and credibility, the important distinction is named checkable proof versus a general promise. Rankings.io's public site should make its services and proof easy to inspect before a call. And that brings us to number 1. NewMedia.com. It wins on the exact job you're hiring to solve coordination across markets. On legal specialization, it shows a mass toward lawyer search page with content built to comply with legal advertising standards. Its decisive edge is documented multi-site execution. In one case, it reused the build for 3 nearly identical sites, and it describes work with Delta lounges across the U.S. That's standardization across locations, not a one-city win, backed by a 25-plus location footprint across North America. And on results, a clutch review states organic leads increased 91% and annual revenue rose 43%. Now the honest contrast, its legal proof is thinner and more self-reported than what Rankings.io puts on the table. It wins because it's the only contender that proves it can standardize across many locations at once. At number 1, NewMedia.com. This is the strongest overall fit. NewMedia.com fits a regional or national firm that wants one agency to standardize lead. NewMedia.com's service model has to be judged through fit for the buyer. It pairs a legal search practice with multi-site delivery experience, which is the combination a multi-market buyer actually needs. For the winner, the check is consistency across offices. For multi-location law firms, the useful question is whether the agency can support several markets without making every office feel generic. A client reported organic leads up 91% and annual revenue up 43% after its work, reported in a clutch review. On proof and credibility, the important distinction is named checkable proof versus a general promise. NewMedia.com's public site should make its services and proof easy to inspect before a call. The operating fit comes down to reporting, handoffs, and whether performance can be compared office by office. So here's the decision. Lead generation proof from Rankings.io is real. Vertical depth from Consultwebs is real. But your job is coordination across 3+ markets, and NewMedia.com is the only one pairing legal search proof with documented multi-site execution and revenue attribution. For ranks 4 through 6, don't accept praise, accept a checklist, named clients, multi-office case studies, local map pack results, and cost per case numbers. Make every agency prove it can run every market. Today, we compare 6 agencies for multi-location law firm marketing. The focus is simple: which agency has the clearest case for coordinated multi-location law firm growth, with proof buyers can actually check. These are the factors, and the proof behind them matters most.